flavors that transport us to Mexico, like tacos al pastor from traditional taquerias, tacos de pollo, or tacos de bistec, seasoned to perfection. The H-E-B Mi Tienda diced meats and fajitas are inspired by the flavors you love, perfectly seasoned with sabor en corazón, and ready to prepare at home. From our kitchen to yours, enjoy the authentic taste of our H-E-B Mi Tienda diced meats and fajitas. One more reason here, everything's better.
Welcome to McAllen ISD, a 3-time Texas Education Agency A-rated school district. On behalf of our school board and our entire McAllen ISD family, welcome to DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. We wish all those competing the best of luck, and we hope that you enjoy the competition.
Good evening and welcome to McAllen ISD. This game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the University Interscholastic League.
Regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, all of the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence.
We ask that as a spectator, you consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, and athletes have put forth.
The officials for this game have been mutually agreed upon by school officials for both schools. Their role is not unlike those of the players, coaches, teachers, and school administrators.
Without them, this game would not be possible. Their knowledge and application of the rules are a result of annual testing, years of study, and continual participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game.
We ask you, as students, parents, and citizens, to demonstrate the kind of respect for these officials you'd extend to any dedicated person in a position of responsibility. Thank you for your attendance.
And enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
The following presentation of McAllen ISD Football Night is brought to you by Dairy Queen, Bogus Ford, Performance Therapeutics, South Texas Health Systems Clinics, and by Lone Star National Bank.
Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what? Yeah. You know I be on a what? Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what? Yeah. It's all hard, ain't no fear here. You ain't giving this at all, you steer clear. Never beat, I've been down and I reappear. You got some money on the line, you better put it here. Rolling in and doing that work. Check priorities, I'm doing that first. Them checks big and I'm sure that hurts, but it's checkmate, we ain't selling short, know the work. What?
Third round playoff game between the McAllen Bulldogs and the Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial Eagles. We're coming to you from DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. It's the Eagles and Bulldogs next. And welcome. We're up here in the press box. It's a balmy day. It should be perfect weather for football today between the McAllen Bulldogs and Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial. They meet here in the third round. Winner goes for the regional championship next week. With me, my colleague Mario Reyna. Mario, what are your keys for today's game?
Well, there's some keys there. We were talking if one of the keys was the weather, but it might not be as much of a key because it's kind of coming down out there. So the wet ball might not be a factor. But we know that both teams, they have to stay focused, right? And we're talking about especially the lines. Which offensive line and defensive line controls the line of scrimmage is going to be really important to see who wins the game. And like in any other game, mark the miscues. And we're not only talking about fumbles and interceptions, we're also talking about penalties or allowing some big plays, especially on special teams, that could determine who wins tonight or this afternoon. I'm used to saying tonight.
Oh, yes.
But
yes.
This afternoon.
Got a special afternoon game here for you. Let's take a look at the starters for the McAllen Bulldogs this afternoon. And for McAllen, starting with their offense, they'll be led by their quarterback, the sophomore, Joaquin Valdez. Been a starter since early in the season. Jaden Hedera will be in the backfield. Then 4 receivers in Echezarreta, the leading receiver, Max Alvarez, Nick Karam, and Brian Alanis. In our offensive line, Trent Trevino takes the place of Noe Elizondo, who moved over to the defensive line. Then you've got Vega Braxton in the middle. Arian Villarreal weighs 295 pounds, just a sophomore, and Josh Herrera at the crucial left tackle spot. Looking at the defense, Salomon Arroyo and Hudson Hood are the defensive ends. Noe Elizondo, we mentioned, moving over from offensive tackle to defensive tackle, and Heriberto Balderas, the leading tackler on that defensive line. Linebackers, Diego Avila and John Alaman. And then our 5-man secondary will be Sal Guizar, Nathan Rocha, Xavier Villanueva, Will Hawk, and Aiden Sanchez. The defense has combined to produce 8 turnovers this year and 4 sacks, giving up just 24 points a game. And their hands will certainly be full today going up against this high-powered Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial team. It's an experienced team, Mario, with a lot of top players that we'll get to. You can see Veterans Memorial this year winning their district in 14-5A, and they are 10-2 overall. They come in with a 9-game win streak. The Bulldogs, meanwhile, finished 3rd in 15-5A. 7-5. They got hot at the right time. They've won 4 consecutive games. They had to win their last 2 in the regular season to get into the show, and then they've won 2 playoff games against Harlingen South and San Antonio Southside. Let's take a look at our officials for today's game. Mario, these people are from out of town, aren't they?
They are from out of town, from the Houston chapter. They had to come all the way down here, and they're led by referee Ronnie Baines, umpire Brian Nichols, head linesman Josh Taylor, line judge Darryl Curry, side judge Alvy Smith, field judge William Bailey, and back judge Mark Hawley. Good luck to them.
Yeah, and can you explain a little bit of why in playoff games we see officials who come in from long distances?
You know, that's a good thing, Mark, that we are able to do that, because when school districts, they meet with each other, they flip to see who's home, who's away. Then they also talk about what are we going to do about the officials. Do you want to use a split crew like they do in basketball or volleyball? And sometimes they say, do you want to use your chapter, our chapter? And most of the times in football, when it's 2 school districts that are not in the same district, they will say, let's go to UIL. And that becomes an issue too. Like, what officials did you use? San Antonio officials did you use? Did we not? Did you? And then they want to come out with probably a chapter that has never called for them this year. So the Houston chapter should be independent. And the thing about me and myself as an official, Mark, they can be bad, but they'll say, well, they're not from here, so they didn't do it on purpose. They just, made human mistakes.
So just for impartiality, so both teams feel comfortable, they often go outside their regular chapters of Corpus Christi or their Rio Grande Valley. Talking about some of the Corpus Christi players, this is a team, Veterans Memorial, that's relatively new. They're only in their 7th year of existence, but they've made the playoffs the last 6 years as we see the coin toss. Veterans Memorial winning the toss and will receive to start off. And this is a team that can light it up. They're averaging almost 38 points a game. Had 25 rushing touchdowns, 32 passing touchdowns, so very balanced. They have a quarterback who can run the football as well as throw it.
Yeah, what do you do, as a defensive coordinator? Good luck to Coach Shelby and his defensive coordinator, Ernie Alonso, because they average about 2,800 in the air and 2,800 plus, on the ground. So what do you do? What do you stop?
There you see the colors for the Eagles are red, white, and blue. And they're led by quarterback Elijah Durrett, who is a senior. He's a second-year starter, has thrown for close to 2,700 yards, has 31 touchdown passes and 10 touchdown runs. So he's a pass and receiving threat. Like to do a lot of read option type plays. So Mackay will have to be ready for that on their defense. We take a look at Mackay out there and Veterans Memorial playing their alma mater. And then a couple other players for this Veterans Memorial team. Jaden Castaneda, their main ball carrier, has over 1,000 yards rushing, averaging over 9.5 yards a carry, has 9 rushing touchdowns and 4 more through the air, for a total of 9 touchdowns rushing and 4 through the air, so 13 total touchdowns for him. And you see number 17 there, kind of on the left of your screen. That's Alejandro Guerrero, who's their leading receiver. Over 50 catches for more than 800 yards, averaging 15 yards a catch, and has 7 touchdown receptions. You can see a pretty good crowd here today on both sides. Had a lot of media attention as well. We have a radio crew from Corpus area, also a local media crew who is live streaming the game. Ourselves have the live stream. And, of course, we have some of the print papers, the Monitor, the Corpus Christi Caller-Times are here, and other media photographers down on the field.
And, we know the Eagles have the tradition, Mark, you talked about it, but the Bulldogs right now have something on their side, is that they've had to win 4 must-win games, and they did it under pressure, so they have to come in here with a lot of confidence. And they also have Coach Shelby. And we'll talk about it throughout the game, Mark, where he's not afraid to take the risk. In one of the playoff games against Harlingen South, he had a fake punt for a touchdown. And then against San Antonio South Side, he started the game with an onside kick that they recovered. So look out to see what special gadgets Coach Shelby is willing to take today.
Yeah, he was a former offensive coordinator in Weslaco, where they would run those kind of gadget plays from time to time. We might see some of that today. Right now, they're having something they do at every home game in McAllen ISD, recognizing our Veterans of the Week. Today, recognizing all the veterans who are in the crowd, asking them to stand and be recognized on both sides. So we appreciate all our veterans who have served in our armed forces, men and women. And now we're going to have the national anthem sung by McAllen High Choir's Madeline Forcier, who is a Palms Award winner also for Best Actress in a Musical.
And you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Outstanding
Well
job
done,
by
Madeline Forcier,
Forcier.
with a heartfelt rendition of the national anthem. Wonderful voice there under the direction of Mr. Will Shira, the choir director over at McAllen High School. Well, how did Mackay get here? They defeated Harlingen South in by-district 24-15. They beat San Antonio Southside last week for the area title 21-0. Meanwhile, Veterans Memorial right there had playoff victories over Medina Valley 70-14. That was a season high for them. Then they beat Edinburgh Vella last week 14-7. And that Edinburgh Vella game, Mario, that's a common opponent between these two. Mackay didn't fare so well against Vella, did they?
No, they did. They lost 59-7, but that was like midpoint in the season. I think at that time, because the Bulldogs had a lot of young players on their team, they were trying to find themselves, and they just didn't match up very well against Vella. But hey, it doesn't matter, you know, where are they right now? They're in the third round, and their victories, Mark, have been against two teams that have been district champions.
That's right. They beat two district champions to get here. Here come the Bulldogs. 7 wins, 5 losses, playing their best football of the year right now. First time they've played a playoff game after Thanksgiving in 22 years, since the year 2000. Remember, I covered that game, Mario. I remember it was a day like today right here at this stadium. Sky Cook was the quarterback for the Bulldogs, and they played San Antonio Marshall.
Was that one that went back to a really important field goal, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I think Marshall won, by a couple of TDs. But here's Patrick Shelby in his 4th year as head coach. Took the team into the playoffs last year. They lost in the first round. And he's taken the team to the 3rd round already this year. And there we see the Eagles coming out. And the Eagles, quite a playoff history. This is one of the newer schools in the Corpus Christi School District, only their 7th year. Their first year they went 4-6, but they've had 6 consecutive winning seasons and 6 consecutive years in the playoffs and 6 straight years advancing to the 3rd round,
Wow.
Mario. This team already with a
tradition.
very deep playoff tradition.
And that's what Coach Shelby wants to do for Mac High. And you know, I bumped into Coach Shelby during the basketball tournament while I was officiating, and just a humble, modest guy. You know, I told him that I thought he did a tremendous job, especially after he had 2 tough losses against Far North and also against Edinburgh Vela. But it was all about instilling in his players that they needed to believe in the process. And they certainly have, because they took off in the last 4 games.
Yeah, in fact, you mentioned PSJA North. The winner of this game will advance to the Region 4 championship game next week and play either PSJA North or Brownsville Veterans Memorial. They kick off at 6 o'clock this evening, so we won't know the result of that when we get off the air here today, but you can check your local media tomorrow and find out.
And it's good, Mark, that this late in the season, we're not used to seeing a lot of Valley schools that are still around in the 3rd round. And I think the realignment did well for some of the Valley schools.
Yeah, and in District 15-5A, they have 2 schools still alive. PSJ North was the district champion. And of course, we have Mac High right here today. Aaron Ramirez to kick off for the Bulldogs. And we're underway in this regional semifinal. Veterans Memorial and Mac High. Veterans Memorial gets the ball to about the 30-yard line. A short return for Lawrence Brown, who is a junior.
You know, Mark, and the only way you stop a high-powered offense is exactly how the Bulldogs have been playing defense recently. And it's by gang tackling. It's about everybody getting to the ball, and that's what they've done. Expect a big game from number 74, Arroyo, and the rest of the Bulldogs.
It'll be Veterans Memorial to start off first here on offense. As we talked about, they have some high flyers. Castaneda, their main ball carrier. Luke Moya will also carry the ball, and they have about 4 different receivers they like to go to. This is Castaneda, the 1,000-yard rusher, and on first down, carries it all the way across the 35 up to about the 38-yard line.
That'll be second down. On the left side, Mark, the big offensive line for the Eagles exerting their energy.
So 2nd down and 2 here for the Eagles. Quarterback Elijah Durrett is a senior, 5'11", 170 pounds. In the shotgun. Bulldogs will rush 4. And they're going to stop the running back in the backfield. Looks like a loss of 1. That was Castaneda once more. And the Bulldogs were on top of that one.
28 coming in there also to do a good job by John Aleman. And that's what the Bulldogs have to do this afternoon to have a good opportunity to win this game.
Yeah, Derek White also in there on the tackle for Mac High. That's going to be a key for Mac High, is to clog those running lanes. 3rd and 2 now. Hand off up the middle. Castaneda not going to get there. He's going to be a yard short. Brought down once again by Derek White, and also on the tackle was Aiden Sanchez, the defensive back.
And you know they're going to go for it, Mark, on a 4th and 1. This is where the head coaches, they like to show the confidence in their team. As you take a look at Durrett looking at his options. Coach Bittner.
Ben Bittner in his 2nd year, and they're going to go for it here on 4th down and just a yard. Might be trying to draw the Bulldogs off.
You're right, Mark.
And now they're going to shift into what looks like a punt formation. And it is a punt, and the Bulldogs had nobody back there. And it's going to take a huge Eagles roll all the way inside the 5-yard line. Going to be killed at about the 2-yard line. A perfect execution on the punt there by the Eagles.
And Mark, that is not a miscue, but we talked about it as one of our key to the games. It could go as a miscue because nobody went back there, and man, that ball bounced an extra 20 yards after the punt, and that puts the Bulldogs at their own, what are they at, Mark?
Their own 2-yard line.
Wow.
Actually, I think they're going to spot it at the 3, but still, Bulldogs backed up. Perfect day for football. It's overcast gray skies, about 58 degrees. Snap to Valdez, going to go long on 1st down. Echezarreta It's well covered by Guerrero, Alejandro Guerrero, and it'll be second down.
The coaches didn't like the fact that Echeverria was bumped. We're not going to be able to see that. But the reason the ball was overthrown is because Echeverria, as you take a look at him, he's looking at the officials. He was bumped out of bounds while the ball was in play, Mark. Coach Shelby let the officials know.
Second down and 10, you can see the umpire coming out there with a towel. He's going to dry off the football in between plays.
And what do we say about Coach Shelby? He's willing to take the risk, Mark. First play from scrimmage, throwing from the 2-yard line.
Yeah, handoff at the middle. This is good yardage up to about the 9. And that is going to be Jaden Herrera, the junior running back, on his first carry. He's the leading ball carrier at 434 yards this year, averaging just under 6 yards a carry.
Excellent job on the left side of the Bulldog, opening up the hole for Herrera.
So third down and 4 here. Valdez to throw. This is caught. Echeverria has a first down. Is out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
And as you can see, the Bulldogs are not going to play tentative, Mark. They came to play. Lots of times you're at a 3rd and 5 deep in your own end zone. You might play it safe, but not the Bulldogs. Good pass by Valdez.
Just a little out route by Echeverria making his first catch. Here's a handoff on first down. This looks like the ball carrier, 22, Jaden Herrera once more. Out to the 21-yard line. Echeverria made that last catch for the first down. Came in with 22 receptions for just under 300 yards, averaging about 13.4 per catch. Gain of 3 for Herrera. Second down, 7. Oh, man was in motion. See if there's a flag there. It's complete to Karam. Karam up to the 30-yard line. And no flag on the play. And that'll be a 9-yard completion to Nick Karam.
It looked kind of funny, and we heard the coaches from Corpus Christi Vets up here thinking there should have been a penalty, but regardless, good completion by Valdez.
It appeared a Mackay player was moving forward, but nevertheless, first down. And there's a run. Max Avedez on his first carry up to about the 33-yard line. And a gain of 3 on the play, second down. Avedez is a fearsome opponent. He's rushing's got 259 yards and 2 scores. Passing's caught 32 balls for 365 yards and 4 scores. He also has a kickoff return for a touchdown. Valdez to throw, intended for Avedez. Couldn't quite hang on to bring up third down. And covering him on the play was Luke Johnson.
Mark, I think you jinxed Alvarez. You were talking about him and he dropped the ball. But a good pass by Valdez. It's important that the Bulldogs, they try to get as much, keep their offense on the field, getting themselves some first down. The best defense to a high-powered offense is keeping your offense on the field.
So third down and 7 here. Valdez flushed out, going to go deep. Man is open. It's caught. It's caught for a first down. How about that? Brian Alanis with the big-time catch.
And that's what the Bulldogs need, Mark. What a great pass. And Valdez buying some time with his scramble, and he put it right on the money to Karam.
Yeah, Alanis. And here on first down, running it forward, that's Herrera up to the 25-yard line. A gain of 7 on the play.
You know, Mark, and after that last completion to Karam, all the players were excited. To Alanis, I'm sorry. They were all excited, jumping up and down, and that's given them a lot of confidence, Mark.
Yeah, that was on a 3rd and 7. And Alanis able to uncover deep. Alanis came in with the highest yards per catch on the Bulldogs, over 20 yards a catch. That one went for 35. Here's Herrera on second down. Carries all the way inside the 20 to the 18. That'll be another first down.
Nicely done. If Coach Shelby wanted a script to open the game, this is exactly what he looks for. His offense, trying to put some points on. And that will give the Bulldogs a lot of confidence, Mark.
Well, first and 10 at the 19-yard line in Eagles territory. Valdez with time, going for the end zone. Man is there! It's caught! It's a touchdown! Echeverria!
What a beginning for the Bulldogs, Mark, and what a pass. You have to remember Joaquin Valdez who came in here with 88 passes for 173 out of 173. He's a sophomore, but after all those starts, Mark, he's really no longer considered a sophomore. Think of him as a junior quarterback with experience.
Wow, impressive drive by the Bulldogs. Here's the extra point try by Ramirez, and it's good. And with 6:46 to play here in the first quarter, it's Bulldogs 7, and the veterans Eagles nothing. And saw Echezarreta there on the sideline. There's another look at that touchdown. He was able to uncover deep, and Echezarreta with his 5th touchdown catch of the year. We'll be back with more Football Night in McAllen. And welcome back. There we see Coach Shelby in his 4th year as head coach of the Bulldogs. Has to be pleased with what he just saw, an 11-play, 97-yard drive. The 3:07 off the clock, capped by an 18-yard pass from Valdez to Echezarreta. Here's the kickoff, fielded by the Eagles, 27. Here's some room at the 40, and then knocked out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. And a good return there for the Eagles' Lawrence Brown. So the Eagles will have good field position at the 45. Their first drive ended in a punt. See what happens here. Valdez, by the way, threw his 14th touchdown pass of the season.
And the Eagles, Mark, in the first possession was trying to establish the running game. Expect some passing in this second possession.
And there you see the quarterback, Durrett. Second year as a varsity starter, hands this off, and this is going to be Luke Moya with his first carry up to the 49-yard line, a gain of about 4.
Moya's a pretty good running back himself. He came into this game with 760 yards.
Yeah, averaging over 8 yards a carry.
Yeah, he's tough, and Hood was in there in that tackle.
A draw play here. Bulldogs smell it out and smother that one. And nothing doing there for Moya as he's going to lose yardage, and he'll bring up 3rd down.
And give credit to the defensive coordinator Alonso. He's throwing in the blitzes from all over the place and coming in there, making sure the tackle was there by Diego Avila.
Yeah, that's a good point. Even on the blitz, if it's not a pass, they can still clog up those lanes, those running lanes. We'll see if the Eagles go to the air here. They're 3rd down and 8. Haven't thrown a pass yet. Durrett to throw. And this is caught. First down in Bulldog territory. Down inside the 40 to about the 36-yard line. First catch of the game for Ryan Wilson. Came in with 24 catches for 367, averaging about 15 yards a catch.
That big completion by Durrett should help him to soften up the defense. First of all, it all happened with good protection.
That was good for 16 yards and a first down in Bulldog territory. Durrett running to his left, going to complete this one. This is Guerrero, their leading receiver, inside to the 29-yard line, a gain of 8 on the play.
Yeah, Guerrero, like you said, Mark, he came in here with a whopping 53 catches for 810 yards. He's got a lot of weapons. That is Durrett as a quarterback. He's got about 6 or 7 receivers, Mark.
Yeah, a lot of weapons on this Eagles team as they produce 57 offensive touchdowns this season, an average of over 4 a game. Here's Durrett to throw, and this is incomplete. It was intended for Christian Sabsuk. And I think the Bulldog defender, Nathan Rocha, may have gotten a piece of that.
Lucas also goes both ways. You'll see him on defense. But that was a pass that, I don't know, I didn't see the replay, but
yeah, here's the replay here.
I think it should have been caught, but we'll see.
Yeah, it looked like Rocha got a little piece of that.
He did.
At the end there. So third down, here's Moya, big hole up the middle, up to about the 22, and that'll be a first down. Gain of 7 on the play.
And that's what happens, Mark. Once you get a couple of completions and you get your own first downs, it relaxes your offense and it puts the defense on their toes, and everything starts to open up. The running game and the passing game. And what do you do as a defensive coordinator?
As Villanueva on the tackle, leads the team with 70 tackles coming into this game. So first and 10 for the Eagles at the Bulldog 24. Durrett wants to throw, going toward the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown Eagles. It's a catch by Isaac Rojas. The back of the end zone, good enough for his 7th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles 1 extra point away from tying it up.
Yeah, Rojas came into this game with 37 receptions and 6 touchdowns, make it 7. But what a beautiful pass by Durrett. Well, this game is starting to look like it's going to be the passing game by both teams having the success.
Here's the extra point try. Guerrero is the holder. The man who just scored the TD, Rojas, is the extra point kicker. It's up and good. So Rojas with all 7 points here so far. Oh, we had a flag down. Let's see what this is about.
Offside.
Offside Bulldogs.
Defense, number 13. Penalties decline. Point is good.
All right, so we're tied at 7 with 3:37 to play in the first quarter. Time for our Smile Cam.
I think the Bulldog fans are probably smiling because the weather got better.
Another look at the replay, Mario, that touchdown.
Well, he had a good quarterback with a good arm, and he found his receiver, and he put it where he needed to.
Yeah, Rojas, 7th touchdown catch of the year for Durrett, his 32nd touchdown pass.
And actually,
he's averaging 2.6 touchdown passes per game.
And actually, the defender, Andres Barrera, he was there, Mark. I just think he misjudged the pass and the ball went over his head. But he was there. Coach Alonso was talking to him when he came to the sidelines.
We saw Will Hawk there, back to receive. This is kicked more toward Alvarez, but it's going to go out. And this is going to be Bulldog football at the 30-yard line.
And, you know, last week, Mark, the same thing happened as we take a look at the official. There's a penalty, obviously, since the ball went out of bounds. But last week, Vela jumped on the Eagles and took a 7-0 lead. No panic. The Eagles came back to win.
Kick out of bounds on the defense. The ball will be placed at the 30-yard line. First down.
14-7. Look at that momentum by the Bulldogs offense. Can it carry over here in their second possession?
The Bulldogs, last time they had it, went 97 yards. Engineered an 11-play drive. Echezarreta with the touchdown catch. Here on first down, Valdez throws this one short, caught by Alanis, and spins his way up for a gain of just 1.
And that's how you play defense, Mark. Actually, there were 9 defenders right there on the play right away.
Bulldogs have a pretty big offensive line, average weight of 275 pounds per man. done a good job today giving Valdez protection. Here's a handoff, and Herrera bottled up at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 3rd down and long.
Appears like there's a couple of adjustments made defensively, at least on these very first 2 possessions.
Jared Frey on the tackle there. There's twins there on the defensive line. There's Jared Frey and Joshua Frey. Both are seniors. And here's Valdez throwing on the run on 3rd down. It's going to be incomplete. Looks like it was intended for Nick Karam. Defending on the play was number 10, Luke Johnson, the free safety. And the Bulldogs will have to punt.
A good response by the Eagle defense, getting themselves a stop. Be careful by Moya. I know he's got at least 1 punt return for a touchdown.
You see Moya back to receive. Alvarez is the punter. Takes a Bulldog bounce. Moya will stay away from it. A big Bulldog roll all the way inside the 30, killed at the 29-yard line. 40-yard punt there. And Corpus Christi will take over with 2:22 showing here in the first quarter. Just a moment ago, they completed, the Eagles went on a 6-play, 55-yard drive. Rojas with a 22-yard touchdown catch from Jarrett for the TD. 1st and 10, their own 29, handoff. This is the running back, Castaneda. Castaneda, up to the 32, gain of 3.
Diego Avila quickly in on a tackle along with Hudson Hood.
Yeah, Hood, a junior defensive end. You see him right there. And there you see the quarterback checking his little mini playbook there.
Expect a pass here, Mark.
They get it signaled in from the sideline. So 2nd down and 6. Going to be a sweep to the left side. That's Guerrero. And Guerrero has the 1st down, is able to turn that corner and pick up the 1st. It'll be a new set of downs here for the Eagles. A gain of about 9 on the play, up to the 41-yard line.
The Eagles are starting to show why they have a real good offense. No panic, Mark. First possession, they got stopped. 2nd possession, touchdown. And here in the 3rd possession, they're already moving the ball.
A handoff once again, Castaneda. Castaneda averaging close to 10 yards a carry. Carries this one across the 45 to the 46, a gain of 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and about 5. We mentioned the Eagles have won 9 in a row. They started off 1-2 with losses to New Braunfels, Canyon, and El Campo, sandwiched around a win over Alice. And then they won 9 consecutive games since then, including going unbeaten in district play to earn the 1st seed there. There's screen pass set up for Guerrero, is hit near midfield and finally brought down by the linebacker Avila. And that's going to be short of the 1st down.
Usually Guerrero will get a 1st down on passes like that, but give credit to Diego Avila on a good open field tackle. Did not allow any yards after contact.
It'll be 3rd and 1.
You know it's going to be two possession opportunity here, Mark. 2 plays to make 1 yard.
And Bulldogs trying to time the blitz. This might be a free play here as they throw it deep. Nearly picked off there by the Bulldog defender, Syed Esparza, but I think this is going to be a 1st down here for the Eagles. We see Esparza right there, the junior. Bulldogs have a lot of young players.
Defense, number 28, 5-yard penalty, resulting in a 1st down.
Just the 1st penalty on the Bulldogs. That'll move the ball into Bulldog territory to the 45-yard line. Well, Veterans Memorial then whipped off 9 victories over Moody, Ray, Victoria West, Carroll, Miller, Victoria East, Corpus Christi King to cap it off. And then, of course, playoff victories over Medina Valley and Edinburgh Vella. And the winner of this game will play another Valley school, either PSJA North or Brownsville Veterans Memorial. They kick off at 6 tonight. 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. Bulldogs might be blitzing. They do. And a short pass picked up there by Wilson. And Wilson picks up about 6 yards to the Bulldog 39.
And because the Bulldogs know that the Eagles have real good receivers, there's a lot of respect, Mark. The defenders, the defensive backs, and the safeties are playing back, willing to give you that pass up front. And they'll take it.
Oh, 2nd down and 4. Durrett rolls out. Another short pass caught by Guerrero, and he's not going to get there. They bring him down short of the 1st down. Tackled there by Villanueva and also Avila. They actually lost a yard. And that's the end of the 1st quarter. So Coach Bittner will have something to think about if he wants to try on 4th and 2. But we're at the end of the 1st quarter, and both sides cheering on their teams. We're tied at 7 in this single elimination 3rd round district playoff. We'll be back. Second quarter, short pass. This is caught. 1st down and more across the 30. Now at the 20. It's going to be a foot race all the way to the end zone. Christian Sabsuk able to score the touchdown. And the Eagles take the lead for the first time. 13-7 here on the first play of the 2nd quarter.
Boy, that looked easy. It was just a simple, quick pass. But that's the offense that the Eagles run. They put their skilled athletes, they give them an opportunity to do something with the ball, and wow, that's good. Made it look easy.
Guerrero is the holder, Rojas the kicker. Good snap and hold, kick up and away. Ooh, hits the upright, but goes through. So a lucky bounce there for the Eagles, and they have the lead 14-7. 11:53 showing here in the 2nd quarter. Here's another look at the TD, Mario.
Look how easy that was. The blocking upfield, well-designed play. The Bulldog defense had no chance to defend that play.
Yeah, we're an academic telecast. Here's the kickoff by Rojas. Eagles up by 7. Caught at the 17 by Alvarez. Alvarez able to run it up to the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs will start from there. That scoring drive by the Eagles went 71 yards in 7 plays, capped by a 38-yard touchdown pass from Durrett to Sabsuk, where Sabsuk his 6th touchdown catch and 7th overall. And Durrett now with 2 touchdown passes in the game to give him 33 for this season.
He is a very good quarterback. He's as good as advertised. But here's where the Bulldog offense, they've already done it before. They scored themselves a touchdowns. They got to get themselves that little bit of a rhythm, get themselves a couple of first downs to stay on the field.
And here's a 3-step drop. Alvarez with the first catch, takes a hard hit, holds on at the 31-yard line, a pickup of 6. Big hit there by Luke Johnson.
Good hit by Johnson, but wow, what an impressive reception by Max Alvarez. He hung on to that ball. He was rocked.
All right, second down and short. Going to run this one. This is Hedera. Pulled down at about the 33, a gain of 2. It'll bring up third down and 2.
And you know, we're very early here in the second quarter. A 3rd and 2. I think this is a big play here, a big down for the Bulldogs to try to get themselves at least a first down.
So Herrera in the backfield behind Valdez. He'll fake it to him. Now throw it. And it's caught by Alvarez. Athletic catch. Pass was to his back shoulder, and he was able to adjust and make the first down at the 42-yard line.
And you have 2 real good plays right here, as Valdez had to rush it, and then Alvarez had to spin around and keep his eyes focused to make the reception, and a first down for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs 3 for 4 on third down. Valdez, quick flanker screen. This is Echezarreta. Had their touchdown earlier, upended here inside the 40. A loss of 3 yards to the 39.
And you can see the difference on plays, Mark. The last time Stabs got a pass, it was almost about the same like this one. But the Eagles defenders were able to make a stop, and the Bulldogs were not.
Yeah, it was a good job there by Kendrick Gray, a couple of his teammates. They fought through that screen. Second down and 12, long pass right side. Intended for Alvarez, it looked like. Also, Alanis was in that area.
Something happened there, Mark. I don't know, because of where Valdez threw the ball. I think the receiver stopped. That's why the ball was overthrown.
You see Johnson defending on the play, as well as his teammate Sabsuk, who plays both ways. And bring up third down and 12. Valdez hitting up the screen on the left. This is Echezarreta. Picks up only a yard. And good defending here by the Eagles. They'll force a Bulldog punt.
An excellent defending by the Eagles. And because of the last possessions that the Eagles have had, here's where the Bulldogs need a good special teams play to pin down the Eagles as deep as they can, because their offense right now, they have rhythm.
And we see back to receive is Moya. Alvarez is the punter. Going to kick this one. Moya might be able to return, decides not to. He's going to let that one bounce behind him. And it's going to trickle all the way inside the 10 and be killed about the 8-yard line.
Exactly what the Bulldogs needed, Mark. A good special teams play.
Yeah, that was a punt of 52 yards with no return. Can't ask for better than that.
Exactly what was needed. Here's where the Bulldog defense, wow, they did a great job of that first possession, but after that, that Eagle offense showed you why they are highly regarded. You know, coming in here with such big yardage, 2,800 via the air and 2,800 plus rushing.
Scores from earlier today. Dripping Springs eliminated the Harlingen Cardinals 45-0. Austin Westlake leading San Benito right now 21-0. Flag is down.
Yeah, now once you get up to that area of town to play, it becomes very, very difficult.
Ball start. Offense. Number 71. Half the distance to the goal. Remains first down.
That's going to end up being a 4-yard penalty because of half the distance. Moving back to the 4-yard line. Be first and 15 now, or first and 14.
Glad you know your math, Mark.
Oh, yeah. And Durrett standing in his own end zone now. Takes a low snap. Gets rid of it quickly. Almost picked off. Bulldogs nearly had it. That was Andres Beretta, the linebacker.
You know, yesterday, Mark, when we were watching the Dallas Cowboys victory on Thanksgiving over the Giants, they talked a lot about that. The Giants are a pretty good team, but they're not capable of not taking advantage of opportunities. And that was a golden opportunity for the Bulldogs that could have turned this game around. Wow.
Yeah, we talked about big plays and taking advantage of miscues in the pregame. Moya goes in motion, or excuse me, Rojas. And the Rojas catches the ball at about the 5, pushed all the way back into the end zone. But they'll give him credit for forward progress up to about the 6.
Wow, Mark, if you want to make a film on how to tackle, you take a look at this replay. That's how you do it. Aiden Sanchez, look at this. Right there. Wrap them up and bring them down. Special thanks to our crew, Mark, for always giving us these beautiful replays.
Yeah.
Makes our jobs easy up here.
Sanchez came in with 38 tackles today and had a beautiful one right there. They're down in 12 now for the Eagles. Durrett fakes the handoff, has time. Now being rushed. He's in the end zone.
That should be a safety.
That's Solomon Arroyo. Got him. They're going to say he's down inside the 1.
Oh, wow.
And yes, I agree with you, Mario. I think an argument can be made. This might be a safety, but the officials rule is down inside the 1. Take another look at it. We have a camera right there on the goal line. You can see Arroyo coming in.
Yeah, he did come out.
Just did get out.
Good call by the officials. We always give our officials credit when they make it happen. Of course, they don't have the privilege of the replay. But we talked about Arroyo, Mark. I told you that I expected something big from him to happen. He almost got the Bulldogs 2 points. But a big stop by the Bulldog defense. They should get good field position.
Yep, usually a team wants to get 15 yards of distance between their center and their punter. They only have 10 here. The quarterback, Durrett, is the punter, actually. This will take a strong eagle bounce almost to midfield, be killed at the Corpus 48. And the Bulldogs will have excellent field position. Trailing here 14-7 and midway through the second quarter. .22 on the clock. Both teams have all 3 of their timeouts. Eagles coach is Ben Bittner in his second year, his 6th year with the program. The offensive coordinator and special teams coach before that. Team went 12-2 last year, going to the 4th round of the playoffs. Looking to get back there again. In fact, this would be the 4th consecutive year they've advanced to the 4th round if they win here today. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Handoff gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's Hedetta.
You know, Mark, the opportunity for the Bulldogs is right now. When you're not favored to win a game, but you're in the game, now's the time. Make it happen.
There we see defender Zachary Smith, just a sophomore, playing at the linebacker spot. 2nd down and 10 now for the Bulldogs. Valdez with time. Going to go long left side. Alvarez.
Something happened.
Looks like he was pulled down. There might be a flag here.
Something happened there.
Oh, the crowd doesn't like it. No, I don't see any flags. It appeared Alvarez was pulled down. That's going to be ruled an incomplete pass.
We'll take a look at the replay. Hopefully we'll be able to see what happened because we're looking at the ball. But by that time, the receiver was already on the ground.
The 2 defenders were back there on Alvarez. Here's a look at our right camera,
there,
2.
Pushed. And maybe the officials ruled that the ball was not going to be caught.
That could be 3rd down and 10. Valdez throws. and incomplete, intended for Alvarez, and I believe broken up by Johnson. So it'll be 4th and 10 here for the Bulldogs. Another look at it here as Valdez rolled out anticipating the blitz. Threw into traffic. Johnson able to break that up.
The opportunity was there, it just didn't happen, so the Bulldogs have no choice but to punt. But look out for Coach Shelby. I don't know if he's willing to do something risky at this time.
Veterans Memorial 14, Bulldogs 7. Alvarez is the punter. Going to kick this away from Rojas. Takes a bounce inside the 10. And unable to catch up with it was Sam Enriquez. But there is a flag down. And we'll get the referee, Ronnie Baines, will give us the explanation.
It'll be a post-possession flag.
The cheerleaders have put on their ponchos. Getting a little bit of rain here in the second quarter. Everybody's pulled out their umbrellas in the stand.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 31 of the receiving team. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
Yeah, that'll be a half the distance penalty. Ball would have come out to the 20, so it's going to be placed at the 10.
Look at the shot mark of how the stadium looks with all those umbrellas.
The sea of umbrellas out there. Okay, at least everybody came prepared today with the weather forecast calling for about 40% chance of rain. You can see the track is wet as well in the background. So 1st and 10 for the Eagles at about the 10-yard line following the penalty. Been 3 penalties so far on Corpus Christi, 1 on the Bulldogs. Durrett out of the shotgun. I hand this off. This is Castaneda, but the big hole burst open at the 20. Now it's a foot race at the 40. Hawk is chasing him, trying to chase him down at the 30, at the 20. And Castaneda is going to take it to the house for the touchdown, 90 yards. And the Eagles are flying high.
Indeed, they are flying high, Mark. And that's somehow the difference in how you win games, Mark. When you make the big plays, you stay focused. And we talked about miscues. That was some miscue of the defense, but they have good athletes, Mark, so give them credit too. Good blocking, open up the hole for Castaneda.
Yeah, we had explosive potential, and he certainly showed it there, running for his 14th touchdown of the year. It's Rojas to attempt the extra point. Up and good. And Rojas now 3 for 3, and the Eagles lead it 21-7 with 6:18 to play here in the second quarter.
Offside. Defense. Number 45. Penalties decline. Point is good.
All right, so we'll take a short break with 6:18 to play before halftime. It's the Eagles 21, the Bulldogs 7. Football night at McAllen will continue. Back here at DQ Fan Field, McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium, opened in 1976. Seats 13,500. can see the Corpus Christi fans on the far side. And here's the kick by Rojas. Going to be high and short, fielded about the 22. And a return to about the 26-yard line for the Bulldogs. That was Villanueva on the return. Ryan Wilson got the tackle.
That was 6 minutes and 14 seconds to go, Mark, and you're down 2 scores. Best way to keep yourself in the game is you've got to get something going.
We see Johnson. There's the Mackay sideline. There we see Arroyo, the defensive end. Almost had that safety a couple drives back. Tackled the quarterback at the 1-yard line. So Bulldogs, 1st and 10 at the 27. And a handoff to Hideta, who's going to be brought down for a loss of a yard to the 26-yard line.
Nicholas Guerrero all over. Penetration by him. That's where now, at this time of the game, Mark, the lines, they begin to show who has the strongest line.
Four-man rush here by the Eagles. Here's a short pass. Alvarez has some room up across the 35. Close to a first down, about the 36-yard line. Might be just a yard shy.
Quick pass, and then Alvarez using his quickness to gain himself about 10 yards.
A 10-yard pickup there. 3rd down and 1 now. They're going to give this Alvarez. And Alvarez on a little counter play, able to get up to the 38-yard line and pick up 2 for the first down.
You know, what's important for the Bulldogs is they need to get some first downs. They need to keep the ball. They need to keep that Eagle offense on the sideline.
Under 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Handoff Hideta, bottled up in the backfield. The first touch there was Jared Frey.
No, sure, Frey,
yeah.
Right away.
Josiah Lewis also in there on the carry. I mean, on the tackle. Both defensive linemen. So 2nd down and 12 now. Valdez looks like quarterback draw, has some room here, breaks a tackle, or almost does, gets across the 40 to about the 42. Hanging on there was Christian Sabsuk, who slowed him down a little bit, and then I think Brandon Garza was able to tackle him.
That name, Sabsuk, is also plays offense. Very good athlete. But they did a good job of not taking a big loss. At least a 3rd and 6 there's an opportunity to get a first down.
Picked up 4 yards, so it'll be 3rd down and 6 now. Clock running under 4 minutes. Has time to throw, man out of the backfield. That's Hideta racing for the first down marker, got it. And the Bulldogs will have a new set of downs. Paced out of bounds by Zachary Smith. And the Bulldogs convert on 3rd down for the 5th time today.
Another important first down for the Bulldogs. Good execution by Valdez and Herrera. Big first down, and can the Bulldogs keep it going?
12 yards on the pickup. Now 1st and 10 in Corpus territory. Handoff, Hideta fighting his way forward up to about the 41, a gain of 5 on the play. One of the tacklers in there for the Eagles included Omar Badetta, their linebacker. He's their leading tackler, in fact, the senior. Usually plays in the middle. So 2nd down and 5 here. And as you see the quarterback wanting to keep it, and Valdez has some room.
Wow, that
close to a first down.
That play didn't look like he was going to get anything, but the quickness by Valdez, he's probably short about a half a yard.
Yeah, 3rd down and 1. We're under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Bulldogs still have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. Facing a 3rd and 1 here. Hand off, Hideta fights his way forward. and picks up the first down inside the 35 to about the 34. Picked up 3, and it'll be a new set of downs.
That's the third first down here in this possession, and giving yourself an opportunity. You're only down 21-7. You can score here, Mark. You go in halftime with the momentum on your side, and you're also going to receive.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. The Bulldogs received the second half kickoff. So they could score here and conceivably tie it with their first possession in the third quarter.
The important deal, too, is that you're not giving the Eagles an opportunity to score.
And then in motion is Alvarez. And the flag is down. This might be a delay.
Illegal snap, number 66. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Just the second penalty today on the Bulldogs. This will make it 1st and 15.
Okay, Mark. So what do they call the dance team for the? You know all the dance teams, but this is a team from Corpus. Don't tell me the Eaglettes or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Might be. See them wearing their ponchos.
Throw it.
Back to throws Valdez. Here comes the rush. And they're going to sack him. A big loss there. The Eagles with a tremendous defensive play. You see this again. You can see they're putting on the blitz. First man there looked like it was Adriel Perez.
And those are the plays that they call ended the possession kind of play. Wow, now it's 2nd and forever.
They lost 9 yards there, and they'd already had a 5-yard penalty. So 2nd and 24. Valdez to throw. Trying to set up the middle screen, but Alvarez with a huge catch and a big run here. First down and more at the 10. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
Oh, Mark. If the Bulldogs needed a play, that's the play, but there is, I do believe, a flag.
Yeah, looks like there was a flag down. We'll see where this was. Fans don't like it.
Huge penalty if it goes against the Bulldogs, and everybody's walking back, Mark.
This could be a spot foul. Boy, that was a great catch there by Alvarez. A huge run for an apparent first down.
Personal foul, face mask, number 8 of the offense. 15-yard penalty from the spot. 2nd down.
Wow.
And we'll find out where it ends up as we take another look at it. You see a great leaping catch there by Alvarez and was able to run to daylight and put the ball all the way down inside the 10, but that is coming back.
Oh, well, he called a penalty on Echezareta. I'd like to see that again. I don't know what he did. But the good news is, Mark, when it was 2nd and 24 and things did not look good, they still got some big yards, and now it's going to be 2nd and now at least a reasonable 10 yards. It's still a big play, but boy, it's still a hurtful penalty.
Well, they end up with a 2nd and 10 now at the 34-yard line. There was a spot foul. Valdez to throw, going deep, right side is caught! That's Alanis again! Alanis, another superb acrobatic catch, will have the Bulldogs with their 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
And we're used to this, Mark. We're used to this. This is a play where the Bulldogs, they take advantage of Alanis's height, and they put it up there, Valdez, and they expect him to go get it, and he always does go get it.
Yeah, Alanis stands 6'2", and they're taking advantage of that height. Valdez there for the end zone, it's caught! That's a touchdown! Jaden Herrera! And the Bulldogs climb to within 1 score as the cheerleaders celebrate.
What a response, Mark. What a response. You don't score here, Mark. You go down 21-7 at halftime. You're deflated. But with the Bulldogs scoring here with 43 seconds to go and making it 21-14 if they get the field goal, Momentum on their side.
Alvarez with the hold and Ramirez with the kick. It's good. And score now 21-14. Take another look at this touchdown before we go to our fan cam. You can see Herrera wide open there on the wheel route. They set that up beautifully. And he's got the touchdown. His seventh touchdown this season. 43 seconds left in the first half. 21-14, Eagles in front. We'll be right back.
Well, it looks like it's raining down there now, Mark. It looked like a drizzle attack.
Bulldogs engineer a remarkable 73-yard, 12-play drive that took 5.5 minutes off the clock. 43 seconds left in the half. Here's a squib kick, picked up at about the 18, across to the 30, and up to about the 34-yard line. Well, still going here, and brought down about the 31. A nice return there by Sabsuk. Sabsuk has a touchdown catch already in this game. And the Eagles will have 33 seconds and 3 timeouts to work with.
Well, Mark, with 33 seconds to go, the Bulldogs, they need a big stop here. Going down 21-14, Mark, and just scoring a touchdown the way they did, and they get the first possession in the second half. There's a lot to talk in that locker room.
They are hanging tough here with this high-flying Eagles team. Team that came in averaging almost 5 touchdowns a game, 37.8 points a game. And now we got a flag down.
False start. Offense. Number 73. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That'll be the 4th penalty on the Eagles compared to 3 on the Bulldogs. 21-14 our score. We've seen some fireworks here early. Both quarterbacks have thrown for 2 touchdown passes in this game. Here's Durrett. Going to hand this off. Big hole up the middle. First down and more. The nice little run there by Moya. Moya came in with just about 40 yards shy of 800 yards. Quick offense here after an 8-yard pickup. Moya again up to the 47-yard line.
Timeout. Veterans Memorial. First timeout of the first half.
There's a timeout called. 21-14 our score. Veterans lead the Bulldogs here on Football Night at McAllen. This is a 3rd round Class 5A playoff game for the regional semifinal. Winner advances to the regional final, and that would be next week against either PSJA North, who is 12-0, or Brownsville Veterans Memorial, who is 10-2. They play at 6 o'clock tonight down in Brownsville. And if you win there, Mario, you go to the state Final Four.
Wow, that's something that doesn't happen often down here in the Rio Grande Valley football.
That's heady territory. You know, the Bulldogs actually have been in the state semifinals before.
Tell me you know,
back in the 1950s, and this is courtesy of Pike Rodriguez,
Thank you.
local Bulldog historian. They went to the semifinals in 1954 and again in 1952.
Wow.
But back then, you only had to win 1 playoff game to get there. So they didn't get to the 3rd round, but they got to the semifinals. Big hole here. And a first down into Bulldog territory. That's their running back, Moya, once more.
You know, Mark, I think here, I mean, the Eagles are trying to get
timeout.
out of
Veterans Memorial.
momentum
Second
back
charge
to their
timeout
side.
of the first half.
I expect something up, maybe a pass up to about the 30-yard line or something, because they have a heck of a field goal kicker.
Yeah, they do. That's Rojas. His long this year is 43 yards.
He's got a great leg. Those extra points are, you can tell he can hit him from 50.
Which means they need to get to about the 26-yard line to have a chance for him. And I saw him kicking in the pregame warm-ups.
Yes.
And he hit a couple of them from 50 yards out, albeit with the wind at his back. And the wind has died down now. And with the rain, that makes a heavier ball. But he does have a leg.
Believe it or not, Mark, this is an important down here where the Bulldogs can go down only 7. That's a win for a half against a powerful team from Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial.
Veterans Memorial looking to go to the 4th round for what would be the 4th straight year. Handoff straight ahead. This is Moya again. Moya continues to churn out big yards all the way up to the 32. And should be enough for the first down.
Timeout. Veterans Memorial. Final timeout of the first half.
Well, they call a timeout. That'll be their last timeout, as you heard the referee, Ronnie Baines, tell you. And it is a first down after the 10-yard pickup. A lot of first downs in this first half. Mackay with 10, the Eagles with 8. And this is the first time, we mentioned this at the top of the broadcast, first time in 22 years for Mackay to be in the 3rd round playoff game. Before that, and this is also courtesy of Pikey Rodriguez, who used to be a sports writer a long time at the Monitor. 1975, they went to the 3rd round, and then 1964. So only the 4th time in school history they played to a 3rd playoff game in the same season.
Okay, with only 4 seconds to go, Mark, expect something in the maybe Hail Mary type pass.
Yep, still not in field goal range yet, so they'll have to air it out for the end zone now. They put 4 receivers, 3 on the right side, direct looking to that right. Gonna do a Hail Mary here deep, and it's incomplete, and the horn sounds. We are at halftime. And I think we're going to have a Performance Therapeutics kick. This is a McAllen ISD employee. And it's going to be Mr. Miguel Carmona, who is one of our principals. He's with Achieve Early College High School. Chance to win $100 for his campus.
I say he gets it, Mark. Let's see. Don't let me down, Mr. Carmona.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's got some leg there. Mr. Carmona hits the 12-yard kick for $100 for Achieve Early College High School, courtesy of the fine folks at Performance Therapeutics. So we appreciate them. He even gets a commemorative football there. And, of course, Achieve Early College High School, a blue ribbon school last year. That's kind of the Super Bowl for schools. Only about 350 schools in the country get named to the blue ribbon. And Achieve has done that twice in its existence. We're at the break, 21-14 our score. Enjoy the Eagles marching band, followed by the Bulldog marching band. And we'll be back for the second half before you know it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, entertaining you tonight are the fabulous Mackay Steppers. The Steppers are under the direction of Director Rachel Castillo Ruiz and Assistant Director Brenda Ramirez. Steppers, the field is yours.
Officers for the Steppers are Captain Junior Nate Rodriguez, Showtime International All-Star and Showmakers of America All-Star. First Lieutenant Junior Riley Allman, Showtime International All-Star. Second Lieutenant Sophomore Dariana Luna, Showmakers of America All-Star. And the Steppers of the week are the amazing Stepper Officers. Congratulations and thank you for your hard work all season long. This afternoon, the Steppers will be revisiting the beginning of the season and dancing to the early 2000s Britney Spears classic, Toxic. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the McAllen Steppers. Thank you, Steppers. And now, the McAllen High School is pleased to present the pride of Mac High, your Battling Bulldog Band. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Juliana Gonzalez and Enrique Castillo. Color Guard Student of the Week is Gabby Gallardo. Band Students of the Week are Nick Garcia, Angel Trujillo, and Jason Garcia. The Section of the Week is all the students competing in the TMEA Region 15 pre-area audition on Tuesday. Good luck, Josh, Amelia, Mikey, Enrique, and Derek. Due to the weather today, the Mac High Band will present Land of a Thousand Dances.
Superintendent of Schools, Dr. J.A. Gonzalez, Director of Fine Arts, Ms. Deborah Loya, and McAllen Principal, Mr. Albert Canales, and our entire McAllen ISD Board of Trustees for the support they provide to music education in McAllen ISD. Next, the McAllen Band invites all Bulldog fans to join us in our salute to McAllen High School with the traditional spelling of the McAllen, to the tune of the football classic National Emblem March and the McAllen Fight Song.
here at DQ Fan Field. You can see there the Eagles came in at 10-2, unbeaten in District 14 5A this season. The Bulldogs 7-5. They finished third in District 15 5A and got hot at the right time. Had to win their last two games over their crosstown rivals Nicky Rowe and Memorial to get into the playoffs, and they did. And then have won two playoff games since then. And here come the Bulldogs. Looking at the halftime stats here. 10-8 in terms of first downs, so favoring the Bulldogs, but look at the rush yards there, Mario.
Yeah.
157-36 in favor of the Eagles, including that 90-yard touchdown jaunt by Castaneda. And then passing yards, the Bulldogs relying much more on the pass than we've seen, and 192 total yards for the Bulldogs, 256 for the Eagles. Penalties about even, and no turnovers in that first half. A little surprising given that the football is wet.
Right. The big play of the game so far, maybe the difference of the game was that big 90-plus yard run by Castaneda. But you know, the Bulldogs, Mark, they were not given many chances by many of those out there predicting this game, and but the Bulldogs didn't get that information because they've been playing okay. They're in the game. They get the ball first.
Yeah, this could be a big momentum swing. They scored with 43 seconds left in the second quarter to pull to within 7. And if they can take this one down and score, tie up the game, it would be a huge momentum swing in favor of the Bulldogs. You know, before the game, got a chance to, I saw Ronnie Luna, who was the quarterback of the Bulldogs 1975 team that also advanced to the third round, one of only two in the last 50 seasons to go that far. As we see the kickoff is going to go out, and the Bulldogs will take over at their 30-yard line.
You know, halftime was very interesting, Mark. The fact that it was wet, the Steppers did a great job out there.
Kick out of bounds.
And then
ball will be placed at the 30-yard line. First and 10.
But I did get names from somebody. They told me the dance team, Mark, they call them the Star Line.
Oh, the dance team.
Yes.
Okay.
And I tell you what, man, they were very spirited. They were dancing throughout halftime out there in this weather. So that didn't stop them.
And we see the Bulldog cheerleaders under Coach Cassandra Clemens. They'll probably be competing in tournaments in the spring. And here on the first down, a catch by Alvarez. Gets up near the 40-yard line, close to a first down.
You know, the Bulldogs are going to continue to exploit what's working for them. Those short passes have been open all night. And short passes, you know, the quarterback has to quickly get rid of the ball, doesn't give the defenders an opportunity to get them behind the line of scrimmage.
They go with a quick count here as the quarterback wants to keep it. Gets up to about the 43-yard line before he's bounced out of bounds. They bring up second down. We take another look at that run there by the quarterback, Valdez. Valdez came in averaging about 4 yards a carry. And picked up 3 yards on that one. And then on this play, this is Hedetta. Carries the ball across the 45 up to about the 47 to bring up third down.
So it's all about adjustments, Mark. Who's going to make those halftime adjustments? 3rd and 3 situation.
Bulldogs 6 of 9 on third down in this game. Here they are on a 3rd and 3. This is an option play. Read beautifully there by the Eagles. They were all over that. Wilson had coverage and first hit there by Joshua Frey to bring down Valdez.
That option play the first time is used this afternoon did not work.
Yeah, loss of 3 yards. And the Bulldogs might have been trying for some trickery there. They had Echezarreta at the bottom of the screen.
Veterans Memorial.
Technically standing on the field of play,
second half.
but facing the sideline as if he was about to come off. And Veterans Memorial thought only at the last moment had to call a timeout there.
And you know how they saw it, Mark. We know how, because those coaches are right next to us up here, and they were banging on the wall. Call timeout, call timeout. They knew something was happening, and right away they called the timeout. So that came from upstairs.
The first timeout of the half by Veterans Memorial. And a 4th and 6 here for the Bulldogs.
As I told you, Mark, Coach Shelby in the by-district playoff game against Harlingen, he did have a fake punt that worked to perfection. It ended up in a touchdown.
Now, Alvarez, remember, is the punter, and he's known to run the football. So he's always a running threat back there. And Veterans Memorial looks like they've adjusted. They've got both of the wideouts covered, and Alvarez will punt this deep. And it's going to go away from Rojas, and Rojas will let it go, and it's going to take a huge Bulldog roll inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 47 yards on that kick with no return.
Boy, Alvarez is having a good night passing, and he's also having a good night with the punting. Take a look at Coach Shelby.
Yeah, Coach Shelby in his 4th year has taken the Bulldogs into the playoffs for the 2nd straight year. His counterpart, Ben Bittner, has taken the Eagles into the playoffs in both of his years as head coach. And it's been 6 straight years in the playoffs for the Eagles overall. Castaneda running to his left side is going to be hit and knocked down after a gain of 1. Diego Avila in there on the tackle, along with teammate Derek White.
Boy, Diego Avila has had a fine afternoon on the defensive side. Nice tackling by Avila.
So 2nd down and 9 now for Veterans Memorial. Castaneda, sweep left side. Bulldogs hold him to a short gain. We saw Noe Elizondo and Salomon Arroyo, defensive linemen, both getting there on that tackle.
And Mark here has a good job on the left side of the defense by the Bulldogs, but we really haven't seen Elijah Durrett run, so you got to be careful. We know in the second half he'll get a run or two, and he is fast. That's a quarterback.
So 3rd down and about 7 here. Bulldogs would get very good field position if they can hold them here. Here's the blitz. Durrett has to dump it quick. This is Castaneda. He's hit, breaks a tackle, gets up to about the 19. Depending on where they spotted, this might be enough for a 1st down.
Boy, that tells you how smart Durrett is. He avoided, Mark, getting hit and throwing the ball under a lot of stress. And what does he get out of it? A 1st down. What a big play.
The Eagles now 3 for 6 on 3rd down conversions, including that one. They got exactly enough.
Bulldogs had a golden opportunity to get a stop and get the ball back into the Bulldogs offense, but wow, give credit to Durrett on that one.
So 1st and 10, handoff. This is Castaneda. Castaneda with a 90-yard run for a touchdown in the 1st half. Fights his way up to the 23, gain of 4. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Actually going to call a gain of 3, so 2nd down and 7 now. 8.5 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Hand off, Castaneda is going to be hit at the 25 and get no further. Avila in there on the tackle, along with teammate Sayed Esparza. We see Arroyo in there on that as well. Good defending, hold him to 2 yards and bring up 3rd down and about 4.
That's the way the Bulldogs like to operate. First contact was Salomon Arroyo.
It'll be 3rd down and 5 now. 3 receivers to the left of Durrett.
He's going to run.
Going to keep it and run it. Gets up to about the 26. That'll be short of the 1st down. The Bulldogs had everyone covered and able to keep Durrett from getting into daylight. Another look at that play.
Looks like the Bulldogs are going to get the ball back because the kicking team, the punting team is on the field now, Mark.
You saw Hood and Aleman giving chase to Durrett. Give him credit for 2 yards there. And it's 4th down and 3. The quarterback, is also their punter. Look how they spread the formation. Third punt of the game for the Eagles is be returnable. 31-yard line. Pin move by Echezarreta across the 40 to about the 42 before he's tackled by the Eagles' Jordan Gano.
What was important there, Mark, was the fact that Echezarreta did not let the ball bounce. They've been doing that all night, all afternoon, and that's not good because you lose 10 to 15 yards every time that ball hits the ground. Good job by Echezarreta.
All the way up to the Bulldog 43. Yeah, that might have cost the Bulldogs all the way back to the inside the 20. Well, excellent field position here. Mid-third quarter. Valdez to throw toward the sideline. This is caught.
Oh, man.
It's Echezarreta with a nice diving catch into Corpus territory at the 47-yard line.
Put that catch in your highlight film room. Look at how he caught that ball, Mark. Off balance. Great catch by Echezarreta.
Got 10 yards. First down here for the Bulldogs. Valdez is closing in on 200 yards passing. 176 right now. Has 2 touchdown passes in the first half. This might be movement. The officiating crew out of Houston.
I don't know. There's a penalty on that one, Mark. Because
might be some kind of warning or something.
The defense might have been doing things that they're not supposed to, but we'll get an explanation by running.
Let's see if it had to do with the cadence, if they were trying to interrupt the cadence, which is a...
There's no foul on the play.
There you go.
The defense was warned for disconcerting the offense.
There you go, Mark.
Yeah, disconcerting the offense, they call it. It's when you're trying to make noises to try to interrupt the snap count and get somebody to jump offside. And it's something that they've started cracking down on this year. I would think there'd be other things that are also disconcerting for offenses, like blitzes and things like that, as Valdez goes back to throw. Throwing long left side, Echezarreta in the area. Incomplete. Coverage on the play by Guerrero. And it'll bring up second down.
And the Bulldogs trying to get something going quickly. Not afraid to put the ball up in the air. So far, the pressure by the defense for the Eagles hasn't been there on Valdez. He's had enough time to throw.
So second down and 10. The Corpus 47, handoff, Hedetta marches his way up for just a yard to the 46, and he'll bring up third and long. Bulldogs 6 for 10 on third downs today.
We'll see what happens here, Mark, with the ball inside Bulldog territory. Is Coach Shelby trying to get the first down with 2 downs?
This is a fake, and it's a pass and caught, and this is going to be a first down on second effort. That's Avides. He didn't have the first down when he caught it, but had to force his way forward through several defenders to pick up that first down at the 34-yard line.
The determination was awesome. Nice pass. It should not have gotten the first down, but that extra effort, like you said, Mark, got him the first down and keeps the Bulldogs on the field, and more importantly, that big Eagle offense on the sideline.
Under 6 minutes to go in the third. Valdez out of the gun. Now in trouble. Going to try to run this. Picks up a modest yardage. Pushed out of bounds by the defender, Omar Barrera. You mentioned Barrera came in as the leading tackler on his Eagles defense.
Valdez got pressure right away and was able to scramble. He only lost 2 yards, but as he continues to grow, he'll probably would throw the ball out of bounds. But then you got to be careful because maybe the linemen are downfield and then you'll get a penalty.
Yeah, you're right. He lost 2 yards. So second down and 12 now. Valdez rolling to his left. Kind of a moving pocket there. Throws into traffic. Incomplete. intended for Alvarez, broken up by Sabsuk.
That's a dangerous pass right there, because if Luke, if he intercepts, he's got a pick six. With his speed, he'd be gone.
So now 3rd down and 12 for Mackay. Veterans Memorial looking for their 10th straight win. Bulldogs looking for what would be their 5th straight win. Valdez on 3rd and 12, going to go long left side. Echezarreta breaking open, but incomplete. 2 men in coverage, Johnson and Alejandro Guerrero. And it'll bring up 4th down.
So the Bulldogs will be punting. Looked like Echezarreta had a step. The ball was overthrown. So with the ball, look out for a fake here, Mark. It's only, there you go. They're going to go for it. Nope.
They're shifting. They still have 18 seconds on the play clock. Wanted to move into a shift, see if the defense adjusts to that. And once they did, they moved back into their punt formation. Alvarez going to punt this one high. Fair catch called for. Safe from going into the end zone. And the Bulldogs kill it.
That's how you
do it,
Mark.
2-yard line.
That's how you do it.
The Bulldogs special teams
Number 30.
Been terrific today.
Damian Lopez with a real smart play right there.
34-yard punt killed inside the 5. We'll take another look here as Alvarez with
what a smart
aiming
play,
that away
Mark.
from Rojas, first of all.
Check it out.
Yeah, you can see it's kept in there. And then it was downed by Sam Enriquez.
That makes a big difference, Mark. The ball usually comes back out at what, at the 25?
Yeah, at the 20 for punts.
20.
Snap to Durrett. Throws over the middle. This is caught. It's Rojas with it. Has a first down up to about the 23-yard line.
And Durrett making some plays, Mark. I mean, under a lot of pressure, you don't think a young high school quarterback would do what he does, and he did. But that also shows you the confidence that the Eagles have on the offense. The coaches, they're not afraid to throw from their own 2-yard line.
Yeah, 20 yards on that pickup. And now on 1st and 10 again. Short pass. This is caught. Sabsuk had a touchdown earlier in the game. Runs this one up to about the 34. And it's going to be another first down.
That looks like the play where he ended up with a touchdown. A short, quick pass to him coming in. Last time he turned that one into a big touchdown.
Diego Avila with the tackle. Came in with 52 tackles. Second on the team. 4.5 to play in the third. Durrett out of the gun. Going to give this to the running back, Moya, who has a lot of room here on the sideline. All the way deep in the Bulldog territory. He's going to outrun the whole defense and take it to the house. It's a 66-yard run there from Moya. And he has the touchdown.
But, Mark, we do have a flag up at about the 50-yard line. We'll see what that is all about.
Also have an injury timeout. Moya going 66 yards there, but it looks like this might be coming back. Moya has 4 scores this year. Officials still talking this over right at midfield.
Take a look at the officials talking about it.
The fans clapping as a Bulldog player getting helped off the field. Officials still talking this over. Maybe to determine where, maybe if there was a penalty and then where on the field it was, so you'll know where to mark off the penalty yardage.
Let's give credit to the fans on both sides. They None of them have gone home in spite of the weather, but the weather has calmed down a little bit. It doesn't look like the drizzle is as heavy as it was throughout the first half. The officials are still having a big discussion. Maybe they're talking about where they're going to eat in the Rio Grande Valley, Mark, here in McAllen. We can give them some.
Yeah, one of them before the game was talking about expressing his love for tamales. Been relatively light as far as penalties go in this game. 5 on the Eagles, 3 on the Bulldogs.
Here we go.
We'll get the explanation.
Everybody waiting to hear. What you got, Mr. Bates?
I see officials
during the
walking
play,
over.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 4. The touchdowns counts. Penalty will be enforced on the kick.
Well, bad news there for Bulldog fans. The 66-yard touchdown will stand. And kind of an unusual, unsportsmanlike conduct during the play. You don't see that called very often during plays.
What makes it more interesting is that there's such a long discussion for a penalty like that.
Yeah, they might have been discussing perhaps the severity of it. With a 66-yard run, and that puts the Veterans Eagles up front, 27-14. Here's the extra point try. This will be Rojas. And the kick is up and good. And the score now 28-14 with 4:15 to play here in the third quarter. Time now for our Smile Cam. And here's another look at that touchdown. And 66 yards is Moya. Look at the distance for his 5th touchdown of the year. It's also his longest run of the year. And you can see he was turning on the afterburners once he got to that sideline and took it to the house to give the Eagles a 28-14 lead here in the third quarter.
I think everybody's going to report, Mark, if the Eagles do win this game, that the big plays make the difference. And the one by Castañeda, that long run, and then this run by Moya, and that quick pass that was caught. But at the end of the day, it's Durant, Mark, that keeps the plays alive for the first downs.
And here's kind of an odd onside kick, I think, and it's a big room here for the Bulldogs across the 50 and well inside Eagle territory by nice run there by Andres Beretta. And not exactly sure what the Eagles were trying to do, whether it was onside kick or a squib kick, but either way it backfires.
It really backfires, Mark. What is the coaching staff thinking about that? You know, I don't say much about coaching staffs, but that's not what you want to do, to give the other team an opportunity to come back and beat you, Mark.
Had a 33-yard return there by Beretta, all the way up to the Corpus 35-yard line.
This is what you call must-or situation.
Valdez to throw on first down, too high for Alanis. Alanis stands 6'2", but even he couldn't go up for that one, so it'll be second down.
Those are the little things that hurt the Bulldogs, because you might not get 10 yards out of that, but you'd get 6 or 7 yards. It makes it easier to be a 2nd and 3 instead of a 2nd and 10.
Bordetta on the coverage. 2nd and 10 here. Could be a wraparound draw. Lots of room. Going to be just short of the first down. That was Herrera with, I think, his longest run from scrimmage today. I'm going to give him credit to the 27-yard line. A gain of 8 on the play.
Good job of blocking by center.
So third down and 1 officially. And the Bulldogs, in making a shift, end up committing a penalty.
And the officials are talking about it. If that happened because the defense is disconcerting the offense by making some verbal signals.
Mackay cheerleaders. Halftime, we got to see the Mackay Steppers, who celebrated 50 years
Ball
last
start.
year.
Offense. Number 8. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
So 3rd and 1 becomes a much more precarious 3rd and 6.
Well, we know it's still 2-down territory. The Bulldogs will not punt from where they're at. So they got to be thinking, how can they get those 6 yards to get themselves a first down?
Bulldogs today on 3rd down, 7 for 12. And here they go. Valdez looks like he wants to run it. They had somebody shadowing him. He'll be brought down for no gain. That was Bettis who got the tackle. And it'll be 4th down. Actually lost yardage back to the 34. This is a tough position to be in.
It's tough.
It's 4th down and 9. Odds don't favor getting a first down out of that. But to punt the football, you're really too close. You're only at the 34-yard line. If it goes into the end zone, it's only a 14-yard net gain. There's Alvarez. Going to try to pop this one high in the air. Bounces inside the 10, and it'll go in for a touchback. So the Eagles will end up with the football at their own 20-yard line with 2:29 to play here in quarter number 3.
And the way the Eagles are clicking right now on offense, Mark, with all that confidence on that side, scoring a big plays, it's going to be hard for the Bulldog defense to see what they can do to get themselves a huge stop.
Veterans Memorial pretty formidable in the playoffs. In their history, they are 16-5, an 85% winning percentage. They stopped in the 4th round last year, trying to get back there with a win today. Here's a wraparound draw to Castaneda, it looks like. And he's going to be held for no gain at all. That was Castaneda. First contact there by Avila, the middle linebacker.
You can't believe the Bulldogs are going to try to strip that ball and try to get themselves a fumble.
And there may have been some movement. Stops the clock at 2:07.
Snap infraction. Offense, number 54. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
They'll move him back. They lost a yard on the initial run. Now 5 more on the penalty. So 2nd and 16 now. The other 3 teams that made it to the playoffs out of District 14-5A, besides Veterans Memorial, you have Corpus Christi Miller, Victoria East, and Victoria West. As Durrett wants to throw, going deep, right side, it's caught by Wilson. And Wilson, who saw it was coming up a little short, was able to go up there and grab it at the 38-yard line. It's going to be a first down here for the Eagles and a gain of 24 yards.
And all Durrett did here was put the ball in a place where his receiver had an opportunity And Ryan Wilson, the junior, he went for the ball. He wanted it.
So 1st and 10 to 38. A handoff. Castaneda is hit right at the line of scrimmage. Terrific play there by Badetta. Meet him head on and hold him for no gain. I was talking about the other 3 teams from District 14 5A. As we look at this replay, Victoria East went out in the first round. Victoria West and Miller went out in the second round last week. So Veterans Memorial, the only team standing from District 14. Meanwhile, Mackay and PSJA North still alive in District 15 5A. Mackay playing here. PSJA North plays at 6 tonight in Brownsville against the Veterans Memorial Chargers. So 2nd down and 10. They're at the throw. It's caught. This is Gadetto in traffic. Takes it all the way to the Bulldog 44-yard line. And it's a gain of 18 yards and a 1st down.
That's what makes this Eagle offense so potent, Mark. So many weapons. You take a look at the stats. They have a lot of receivers with good stats. Who do you stop? You know, a lot of defenses, they have 1 or 2 good cornerbacks that they can put on a good offensive receiver, but these guys have a lot of weapons.
It was Alvarez playing on both sides of the football who got the tackle there. Here's Gadetto end around to the left. The Bulldogs stopped that pretty much at the line of scrimmage. Good tackle by Aiden Sanchez.
And you know, the Mackay Bulldog defense has done a decent job, Mark. They've been stopping. They've had a lot of good stops. But then all of a sudden, they have those big plays, and they have 3 so far, where they got 21 points. I think we have the end of the 3rd quarter. Wow, that went fast.
It was a quick quarter. End of 3. Veterans able to add to their lead. Mackay held scoreless in that last stanza. And so as we head to the 4th, it's the Eagles 28, the Bulldogs 14 in this regional semifinal. We'll be right back with more football night at McAllen. And welcome back. Some earlier scores today. Dripping Springs eliminated the Harlingen Cardinals 45-0. That was in 6A. And then also in 6A, Austin Westlake leading San Benito 37-7 in the 4th quarter. Winner of this game gets either PSJA North Raiders or Brownsville Veterans Memorial Chargers. Starting the 4th quarter now, 2nd down and 9 for the Eagles. Castaneda to the wide side of the field. Looks like he has enough for the 1st down up to about the 35. Well, we'll see where they spot this. Right on that 1st down marker. I think he's going to be just less than a yard short.
Just short, and good luck to Coach Marcus Kaufman for PSJA North, who used to coach here at McAllen Memorial.
And on 3rd down and short, Castaneda again, this time has the 1st down up to the 31-yard line, a gain of 4 and a new set of downs.
We got to see Far North a couple of times, Mark, and we know how good they are. They pound the ball.
Another look at it there. Couldn't see which Bulldog got there first. Looks like it was number 32, that would be Sayed Esparza. Alvarez was also in there. 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. Castaneda has an opening at the 30 and darts his way up to about the 24-yard line, a gain of 7.
Castaneda probably has close to 150 yards rushing today. Pretty good runner. Senior.
Second down and 2 now. Clock not a factor yet, but it's getting close to that. Durrett, play action, going to go to the end zone, right side, and it's caught Do you have his feet in? No. Feet were not in. It was Ryan Wilson with a terrific catch there. Great effort, but did not come down with his feet in bounds.
This guy, Ryan Wilson, he's quite the receiver, Mark. We take a look at the replay. Let him go up. It looks like his back fell out of bounds.
Yep. Corpus Christi crowd doesn't like it.
It's hard to give him credit for that because he's looking like he's in his back. His left foot might have been in.
Yeah, it looked to me like he landed on his back, which was out of bounds, and then his feet came down. So it's going to be 3rd down and 2 now for the Eagles. The spread formation, they're going to give it to Castaneda, has the first down, and more here. Hit at the 20 and down to the 16-yard line, a pickup of 8.
You know, in that last possession, Mark, when you have a 3rd and 2, why not go into the end zone, see if you can get something out of it? It didn't work out, but you still had only a small 2 yards to go. And when you have a running back like Castaneda, that's not going to be very difficult.
Yeah, 2nd and short, definitely a down that you can use to fire one deep and see what you get.
I like to give credit to the Edinburgh Vela defense. How did they do it to keep them only at 14 points last week?
Yeah, 14, that equaled their low score for the year. They're held to 14 in a loss at
Ball start, offense, number 52, 5-yard penalty.
And this is why this game of football is a team sport, Mark. I mean, it's a total effort by the whole team. The defense for Edinburgh Vela did a good job of holding them down to 14. You figured you'd win, but the offense just struggled all night.
Yeah, and Corpus Christi defense is pretty good too. They're holding teams under 17 points a game. Came in with 23 sacks as well, which is quite impressive. Here's Durrett on 1st and 15. Gonna fire, caught at the 5. It's Guerrero. It's gonna be a 1st and goal at about the 4-yard line, a pickup of 17 yards.
Well, this guy Durrett, Mark, he's got a gun. He can really throw. No big deal. Look at him on the run. He gets it there in a hurry.
The Eagles now at 196 passing yards. Durrett with 2 touchdown passes today. So 1st and goal here for the Eagles. We're under 10 minutes to play here in the game. Elijah Durrett, a senior. There's a lot of poise there in that backfield. He's going to give this Castaneda sweep right, goes into the end zone, touchdown Eagles. 4-yard run there for Castaneda, and his 2nd touchdown of the day.
You know, getting back to Elijah Durrett, we've had a lot of good quarterbacks on this field all year round, but I'd have to say that Durrett is the best quarterback that has played on this field. He can run the ball, but he can also pass the ball.
It'll be Rojas to attempt the extra point. He's been perfect today. The kick is up and away and hits the upright.
Is that your fault, Mark? But there's a flag out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to give you credit for him missing. But if the flag's against the Bulldogs, it's going to give him another opportunity. So it's not a miss yet.
Offside, defense, number 13, half the distance of the goal, retry.
They get another opportunity here, a reprieve from the governor.
I know, Mark.
For the Eagles. That's the 2nd time today Rojas has hit the upright. The first time it banked in. That time went the opposite way.
There's no way he's going to miss this one.
And here's the 2nd opportunity, and this one is no doubt, it's good, and he stays with a perfect 4 for 4.
Offside, defense, penalties decline, point is good.
And actually 5 for 5, and it's 35-14, veterans in front of the Bulldogs, 9:35 to play. And we'll continue here on Football Night in McAllen. Here's another look at the touchdown by Castaneda's 2nd score today. And there you can see kind of what they call a canted angle of DQ Fan Field. Those were famous on the old Batman shows. You remember that from the 60s. Usually when they'd show the Joker's lair or something like that, it'd usually be at that kind of awkward angle to kind of give a sense of chaos and turmoil. And Alfred Hitchcock liked that as well. Back to receive there is Zachary Hernandez. We haven't seen much of Hernandez today in the Bulldog offense. And I think doesn't have a catch or a carry. Here's Rojas with the kick. Oh, and this gets by. This is a live football here. Alvarez picks it up. A hit at the 10. Still fighting there. Up to about the 13-yard line. Took about 5 Eagles to bring him down. But that took a odd bounce. And I think Alvarez arguing that his helmet was pulled off. And the official telling him, no, you have to go off the field for one play.
Something happened there for the helmet to come off.
Or he might be trying to claim a face mask. But when a player has a helmet come off, the protocol is they have to come off the field for one play. That may be what they're arguing. Let's see on the replay here. If a defender pulls it off, or there might be a face mask, hard to tell at that angle. Still not sure what caused his helmet to come off. Well, there it comes off. It may have been jarred loose. But 9:26 to go. Bulldogs have all 3 of their timeouts. Need to make something happen here. It's a toss left. This is Zachary Hernandez. We were just talking about him. And picks up 1 yard. Actually loses about 3 yards. They were at the 13-yard line, and he was tackled at the 12. Been tough sledding for the Bulldog running game today. It's still at 44 yards rushing. They do have close to 200 passing. Valdez fires through the air, intended for Echezarreta. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, it looks like what happens, some teams, they'll try to take something away from you. And Veterans Memorial, they have been stacking the box, making sure they stop the run. They were willing to give up some offense, and they did in the air, but it wasn't enough.
Lawrence Brown on the coverage. We're down in 12. Bulldogs 7 for 14 in the game. Just 1 for 5 in the second half. That's Karam in motion, but we've got a flag down.
False start, offense, number 72, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
You know, we've had a lot of false starts, Mark. You wouldn't think that this late in the year in the playoffs you'd have that, but it happens.
6th penalty on the Bulldogs compared to 7 on the Eagles. And we see Valdez. Valdez only a sophomore, so he'll be back in uniform the next 2 seasons. The Bulldogs have a strong nucleus they can build on. There's Valdez, wants to throw, gets it away at the last moment, incomplete. We'll see if they called him in the grasp. It could be a possible safety. And I think they're going to rule it an incomplete pass. So Bulldogs dodge a bullet there, and they'll bring on the punting unit. You see it again as they had a man on him and just barely got it away in time. He did have a receiver in the area, Echezarreta.
That's actually a pretty good play by Valdez. He avoided a safety and an intentional grounding.
Yeah, if they call intentional grounding and you're in the end zone, that becomes a safety as well. Here's Alvarez in the middle of his end zone. Front this one, and looks like Rojas, who probably received instructions to stop letting balls get past him, does everything he can to smother that one, and Corpus Christi will have good field position at the Bulldog 40-yard line. 8:41 to go here in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs climbed to within 7 into the second quarter. They were down 21-14 at the break, but they've been outscored 14-0 here in this second half and trail now by 3 touchdowns. So 1st and 10 here for Veterans Memorial. Going to hand this off. And this is going to be Luke Moya once again. Last carry went 66 for a touchdown. This one to the 29, a gain of 11.
You know, on the offensive side, the Eagles, they have so many skilled athletes, Moya being one of them, and then Castañeda, and then Duret, and it just goes on and on. Daps Suk also plays on the offense.
We saw Avila involved in the tackle there, along with teammate Ruben Sanchez, senior linebacker. They got a officials timeout right now. And Coach Ben Bittner, in his second year, leading the team to the playoffs once again. He's been with the organization 6 years. He was offensive coordinator and special teams coach before taking over the head coaching position last season.
He actually played football himself at Round Rock.
Yeah, Veterans Memorial, quite a successful program, only in their 7th year as a high school. And after missing the playoffs that initial year, they've been in the playoffs 6 straight years. And every year they've gone at least to the 3rd round. So here they are. They're going to hand this off. Moya with the room up the middle. First down and more inside the 20, down near the 10-yard line. And this might be a 1st and goal. The 19-yard pickup there for the Eagles.
Moya demonstrating his burst of speed. He is quick and fast, and good luck, as it appears like they have this game under control. Good luck next week to whoever it may be.
McAllen. First timeout.
It would be the Raiders.
Second half.
Or the Chargers.
All right, with the timeout on the field called by the Bulldogs, it's time now for our fan cam.
It's hard for them to down 35-14. It always depends on the band. What is that young lady there waving on? Wasn't she a cheerleader in the past, Mark?
I think you're right. There we see the Steppers. Celebrated their 50 years as a program last year. Under Coach Rachel Ruiz Castillo. All right, 8:14 to go here, and the Eagles marching on. The 1st and goal here at the Bulldog 10-yard line. And Durrett, probably a read option there. We'll give it to Moya. Moya cuts up the field all the way up to about the 1-yard line. Bring up 2nd and goal. That's something you were talking about Durrett and his experience. That's something he's good at, is just kind of tucking the ball around the running back. Oh, then here's a poor snap. Although they're blowing it dead, so there might have been movement. But he can tuck it around the running back, wait to see what the defender will do, and either pull it back and throw it, or let him keep it and run it. Looks like it'll be on the offense.
False start. Offense. Number 6. 5-yard penalty. Remains 1st down.
When you take a look at that offense, Mark, you have Castañeda with 1,000 yards, but man, Moya could easily be a 1,000-yard runner. And then you have Durrett came into this game with over 600 yards, so it's tough.
Under 8 minutes to play. And second and goal from the 6. Durrett gives it to Moya again. Hole at the right side, cuts in, and touchdown. Moya has his second score of the day. And the Eagles take a lead 41-14.
And Durrett doesn't get credit for that touchdown, but he gives you the assist because he knows when to give you the ball and when he has to hang on to it.
There's Rojas to attempt the extra point. I believe has only missed one extra point all year. And this one's good. He's 6 for 6 in this game. And the score now 42-14 in favor of Veterans Memorial. We take another look at that touchdown run there by Moya. Goes in for the score, 42-14. Eagles flying high. All right, we're back. Looks like the Eagles might be on the verge of eliminating their second consecutive opponent from District 15-5A. They beat Edinburgh Vela last week. They're on their way to defeating Mac High this week and could possibly face PSJA North next week. If North wins tonight down in Brownsville against the Veterans Memorial Chargers. This is caught at the 17. This is Zachary Hernandez, has room up to the 30 and fights his way up to about the 32-yard line. The Bulldogs will start there. They have 2 timeouts to work with, 7:32 on the clock. A replay of the kick there by Rojas.
Well, looks like the season for the Bulldogs will be coming to an end, but quite a successful season, Mark, because there's a lot of youth, a lot of returning lettermen, both on offense and defense, coming back for the Bulldogs next year.
Yeah, pretty young on offense. Only of today's starters, only 5 are seniors, with 3 juniors and 3 sophomores. We got 6 coming back there as Hedera carries it up to about the 35. Bring up second down. On defense, going by today's starting lineup, Bulldogs had just 4 starters on defense with 6 juniors and 1 sophomore. They've got 4 sophomores starting, and you've got a big nucleus that's coming back next year, 13 starters. You count both sides of the ball. This is Alvarez. Nice little catch, runs it up across the 40 to the 43, and it'll be enough for a first down.
This is one of the good returning lettermen for next year. Max Alvarez, just a junior. You know what he can do.
14 first downs in the game for the Bulldogs. And a pass over the middle. Looks like intended for Alanis. And they're going to say incomplete.
And you know, when you're looking at the Veterans Memorial, we know what Durrett has done on game, and then Castañeda and Moya, but man, those receivers, Rojas and Guerrero, I mean, they have 5, and then this kid right there's on the screen, Desbrook.
They hand off, big room here for Hedera. Got a lot of space into Corpus territory, first down and more, all the way down to the 35-yard line.
Jaden Herrera could be close to 100 yards in this game. And Jaden is also a junior that will be returning next year.
Yeah, 22 yards on that pickup, his longest run of the day. And this pass picked off. This is Johnson who has it. Running it back here for the Eagles. Gets all the way up to about the 43-yard line. But there is a flag down.
Maybe some holding or...
Yeah, and it might be on the after the possession
Correct.
changed as well. The officials will discuss that. If it stands, it'll be the first turnover of the day by either team.
Holding after the interception. Number 12 of the return team. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Corpus Christi will remain in possession.
So that was Luke Johnson, the free safety.
That's Ronnie
Came
Baines.
in just his second interception of the year, but the fourth time he's generated a turnover. Had a couple fumble recoveries as well, so quite a ball hawk. So after the penalty, which was a spot foul, Corpus will take over at their 30. .16 to go, and a new quarterback in there. They hand this off. And a new running back as well. As the first carry of the game for Zachary Smith, his sophomore. And a new quarterback in there, number 18, is Arnaldo Zuniga. He's a senior. There, see right there, number 18. Eagles over 300 yards rushing for today. They're at 312 right now. Had a couple of big ones, 90-yard run by Castaneda, also a 66-yard run by Moya. Going to hand off on 2nd and 9. Eagles just looking at protecting the football at this point. Another handoff to Smith. Going to bring up 3rd down. We've got a official's timeout, though.
Injury.
After the 2-yard pickup. So, yes, for the Bulldogs, quite a few players coming back. We mentioned it'd be 6 starters back on offense and 7 starters back on defense next year.
And it's going to be a tough district again, Mark, because it'll be the 2nd year of the alignment. We know where Far North is right now. Far North could advance to the 4th round if they can take care of business against a very tough Brownsville Veterans Charger team. Coach Lee, want to wish him all the luck. I met him earlier this year. So, you know that Edinburgh Bella always has a good squad. And Memorial will be looking to rebound next year. For the first time in a long time, they're not in the playoffs, and Nikki Rowe's been in the playoffs for many years. So,
yeah, 6 times in the last 7 years under Coach Robert Flores. The Warriors have advanced to the playoffs. They went out in the 1st round this year. Bella went out in the 2nd round. And there the quarterback, Zuniga, put his knee down, picking up that loose ball, so it becomes down automatically.
I don't know if he put his knee down, but we'll take a look at the replay. He dropped it. Yep, right there. Good call for Ronnie Baines on that one.
Yep, lost 6 yards, so it'll be 4th down now. They'll bring on the punting unit. Bulldogs should get good field position out of this. Interesting formations they like to do on these punts. It's kind of a spread formation. Be Durrett in there at the punter. We saw Alvarez standing back at his own 40. He's going to go toward Echezarreta, it looks like, but he won't have a chance to return. Goes out of bounds. Bulldogs will be on their own end of the field at about their 45-yard line with 4:12 to play here in the game. Well, the Bulldogs still making history here, advancing to the 3rd round for only the 4th time in school history. Last time was in the year 2000. I think Sky Cook was the quarterback back then. And then 1975 under quarterback Ronnie Luna, then 1964 before that.
Yeah, and many people didn't give them a chance once they got into the playoffs. They didn't think they could beat Harlingen South, which they did. And then they ended up beating that San Antonio Southside team.
And Valdez in there at quarterback. I hand this off to Hideta. And a different running back. And this is going to be Angel Anaya with his first carry today. A gain of 2 there. Under 4 minutes to go now. Valdez going to throw deep down the middle. Etches it at the nearest receiver in the area, covered by Sabsuk. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 8. Well, I'm being told that Coach Daniel Rodriguez, one of the assistant football coaches for Mackay, played for the Bulldogs back in that 2000 season when they went to the 3rd round. That was under Coach Tony Harris.
There's no foul on the play.
(1975), I think that would have been Russell Young, who was a head coach around that time.
You know, the score is 42-14, but it was a competitive game throughout, Mark, until the Chargers took over.
And the Eagles intercept here as Valdez was rolling out. 2nd pick of the game for Johnson. On back-to-back drives, Johnson with a pick, and has gone from 1 pick to 3 picks on the season in this game. 3:30 to go, and the Eagles offense will come back out. Yeah, they're announcing right now, and you're seeing a standing ovation.
Absolutely.
A standing ovation from the Bulldog crowd for the Bulldogs' accomplishments this year. They're city champions. They beat both Nicky Rowe and McAllen Memorial. And then, of course, won a by-district title and an area title. Hand off to Smith. And the clock will run now. Bulldogs have 2 timeouts left, but not likely to use them. And it looks like the Eagles will advance to the 4th round of the state playoffs and play for the regional championship next week against either PSJA North or Brownsville Veterans Memorial. It'll be the 4th year in a row for the Eagles to advance that far, which is quite remarkable.
They have a pretty good all-around team, Mark. I mean, their offense, we saw what they do, but that defense is not easy to deal with.
Yeah, man goes in motion. Ball comes loose, picked up by the Bulldogs, and couldn't run it all the way back because his knee was touching the ground, so he's down automatically. But Nick Moss picks up the loose ball. A little bit upset with himself that he
that's a good memory
forgot
for
about the knee touching, but you see it on the replay here. Dropped by the quarterback, and Moss kind of slid in there, and as he picked up the football, knee was in contact with the turf. Otherwise, he'd have taken that one deep.
Oh, yeah. And Nick Moss has a good memory about getting that fumble recovery. He's a junior, so he'll be returning next year.
We've had 3 turnovers here in this 4th quarter after none in the first 3 quarters. So Bulldogs, 1st and 10. Going to be play action thrown over the middle. Oh, and this is picked off again. And this might be run back at the 30, now at the 20, and then forced out of bounds. That was a big run back by Tomas Garcia. And it's the 3rd pick here in this quarter. We'll take another look at it. Tomas Garcia intercepted this around midfield, returned it about 35 yards to the 15-yard line.
The 3 interceptions for Joaquin Valdez will not be really indicative of. I think he had a pretty good game, Mark.
Yeah, played as well as he could. 196 yards passing today with 2 touchdown passes. One to Echezarreta for 18 yards and one to Jaden Hedetta for 10. He's back in the first half. Hand off Smith, right side. Breaks a tackle at the 10. Breaks another tackle at the 5. And how about that? Zachary Smith goes in for the touchdown. The sophomore running back shows that the Eagles have a good future as well with 2:20 to play. And they extend their lead to 48-14. A 15-yard run. And Rojas will attempt the extra point. Gadetto is the holder. Good snap and hold. Kick is away, and it is good. And Rojas now 7 for 7 in the game. It is a 49-14 lead with 2:20 to go here. Have a look at the touchdown run here by Zachary Smith. Broke a couple of tackles there. Fought his way into the end zone with a 15-yard run. 49-14 our score. Eagles up to 325 yards rushing today. 22 first downs.
No matter who they play next week, Mark, it's not going to be easy for either Far North or Brownsville Vets.
Yeah, PSG North unbeaten this year, 12-0. They're the District 15 champion, and Veterans Memorial 10-2 going into tonight. This Eagles team looks like they'll improve to 11-2. It'll be their 10th straight win. Haven't lost since September. And the Bulldogs will have played 13 games in a season for the first time in 22 years. Not fun right now, but something that they'll be proud of and a memory that they'll remember for years to come. The kick going to be fielded inside the 10. This is Hernandez. Nice move at the 20. Another move at the 30. Couple of flags down, but still going across midfield. Is into Corpus territory, but there were a couple of flags. Referee Ronnie Baines is a chapter out of Houston. They'll have a long drive back after this game, won't they, Mario?
Good. Nice 6-hour drive. They have a lot of football to talk about.
Almost 350 miles. I saw 2 flags come down.
We have multiple fouls on the play, one by each team. We have holding on the return team. We have a personal foul, face mask on the kicking team. Those penalties will offset, will re-kick.
Yeah, that kind of penalizes Mackay, which had a huge return there of about 50 yards. But because of offsetting penalties, they have to replay the down or replay the kick in this case.
That's where one team really loses out, right?
Yeah, in that case, with the big return, essentially penalizes them.
That's where it goes back to, don't commit any penalties. You have to worry about things like this.
I had a big standing ovation a moment ago from the Bulldog fans. Also congratulating all the seniors on the team.
They came out and supported their Bulldogs. Tonight I went downstairs at halftime and saw a lot of former Bulldogs down there. Just having a good time under the tunnel.
Yep, sharing war stories. So, yeah, quarterback Valdez will be back. The running back Hedera will be back. Receiver Max Alvarez will come back. Nick Karam, receiver, will come back. And then on the offensive line, they'll get back the center, Maddox Braxton, and guard Arian Vidial. Another big kick towards Zachary Smith again. Catches it at the 6. And this time, stops short of the 20.
Well, that's actually really, when you put it all together, a 20-plus penalty on the Bulldogs.
And did I say Zachary Smith or Zachary Hernandez?
I think that's your first mistake of the year, Mark.
Oh, yeah. Zachary Smith, Eagles running back, who got that touchdown a moment ago.
This also gives you an opportunity, Mark, here to give a little, shout out to all our people behind the scenes that they make our jobs look staff. Easy. Award-winning, remember.
Yeah, won a state award last year as well as a national award for coverage of football night in McAllen. Here's Anaya up to the 23-yard line.
And Anaya getting an opportunity. He is a junior. You know what happens, Mark, once you start winning and you get to the kids love the fact that they won some playoff games and got to the third round, and they'll make them hungry. They know next year they could meet this team again, right? Or Corpus Christi Miller or the Victoria schools. So they know that you want to get past this round. You also have Far North and Edinburgh Valley in your district. So they know they got to keep working hard if they want to be at this level next year.
Going to hand off Anaya again, has a big hole here. First down, all the way across the 35, or they're going to call it at the 35. So a 12-yard pickup there. And the Bulldogs will snap it a couple more times, and then their season will end. The Eagles will have won their 10th in a row and will advance to the regional championship. Raiders and Chargers play at 6 o'clock this evening down in Brownsville. And then the winner there is in the state Final Four. They hand off, Anaya breaks one tackle and gains about 3 here.
That game over there in Brownsville Sam Stadium should be a packed house. Brownsville team has not been that deep in the football playoffs in quite a while, I think. And Far North, when they played here, they had a big crowd, so it's going to be a big turnout tonight over there at 6 o'clock in Brownsville.
Yep. By the way, a final score here. Austin Westlake has eliminated the San Benito Greyhounds 44-7. This is Anaya on the carry up to the 45 and a gain of 7 on the play. And that should do it. 5 seconds left. And the players will start coming out onto the field to shake hands. And congratulations to the Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial Eagles, who are advancing to the regional championship for the 4th consecutive year. And they'll play either PSJA North or Brownsville Veterans Memorial. For Mackay, their season ends at 7-6. Had a terrific run there at the end, winning 4 straight games. Having that win streak come to a close here today. Our final score is Veterans Memorial 49, Mackay 14. Hope you enjoyed our coverage on football night in McAllen for the 2022 season. For Mario Reyna, I'm Mark May, and the rest of our MITV broadcast crew, that award-winning broadcast crew that brought you this coverage. Hope you enjoyed it this year, and we'll see you next season with more football night in McAllen. Have a good day.